get in the joint MD and CEO of Nazara Tech, Nitish Mittersain. Sir, firstly to start off with, as per media reports, if you see, Nazara is currently focusing on finding opportunities in the RMG space that are on the path to profitability and available at a fair valuation. Can you clarify on the same and any such opportunities that you're looking at?
Sure. As you know, the online real money gaming space or the business today contributes to less than 5% of our revenues, about 4% of our revenues, and negligible contribution to our EBITDA. Nazara has always been cautiously optimistic in this space. We have been waiting for more clarity on taxation, GST, etc., how it is applicable to this space before we kind of scale up our investments and business in this side. I think the recent announcements around GST, etc., have brought more clarity, which is why we are actively looking at investments, M&A in this space. Nazara looks at investment opportunities in a variety of gaming spaces, including game studios, core gaming IP, eSports, ad tech, and the online real money gaming space is one more sector that we are actively looking at now.
Given the fact that the valuations have come down by around 60 to 70% when it comes to the real money gaming space in 2023, owing to various reasons, which specific space? Is it poker, rummy, or fantasy gaming? Anything, if you could tell us?
Sure. So we are looking at a diverse formats within the RMG space. We already have Classic Rummy, which is subsidiary of Nazara, and we would look at consolidating in that space with tier 2 operators and growing a larger business. We would also look at new formats, new innovative formats in the RMG space, including casual gaming, maybe new formats of fantasy sports. So we are pretty open-minded and looking at all opportunities that we have on the table.
The implementation of the new taxation policy in the RMG is likely to result into around 900 basis points of share loss for the category as a proportion of overall gaming revenues over the next 5 years. What's your view on this?
It's an evolving situation because, this new taxation policy has only come into effect from 1st of October. And, companies, including our subsidiary, has, just less than 3 months right now to kind of adjust to the new reality. I believe that most of these businesses, especially the stronger businesses, will survive and grow stronger over the years to come. So there is an opportunity that exists in this space. At the same time, the overall gaming space, if you look at from an India perspective, which Nazara really operates in and has strong, IP such as Kidopia, World Cricket Championship, etc. I think that space will grow faster. Gaming for entertainment is growing, globally very popular. In the US, it's a $100 billion business. And in India, the consumption is pretty strong. Downloads are very strong. Monetization has been lagging, but is starting to pick up now. So I think that segment of gaming is also going to grow, which is why you're seeing this readjustment in terms of, the share of the gaming pie.
What are the potential ways that you're exploring to improve the monetization and to accelerate growth when it comes to eSports and gamified early learning?
Sure. So one initiative Nazara has launched recently is called Nazara Publishing, where besides our own games, we have started working with a lot of game developers in India as well as overseas to launch their games in the Indian market, scale them significantly and monetize them effectively. I think that is going to be, one growth driver for us going forward. And we will be able to bring a large number of high quality games to our consumer base. So I think that should help us a lot in the gamified learning space, in the esports space, and in the overall casual gaming space.
Right. A very good afternoon to you, Nitish. This is Cheryl also joining in the conversation. And let's talk about your esports. The revenue outlook actually remains pretty strong, approximately 39% CAGR from FY22 to 25. This is led by Nodwin Gaming, with scale efficiencies to accrue from IPs, with a gradual improvement in the gaming accessory business. How do you actually now see the margins actually trend going ahead?
One thing on the esports business I've seen is the large expansion of margin will come through increasing media rights. I'm still seeing that that's maybe a year, 2 years down the line. And therefore, Nodwin will continue to focus on, making strategic investments into its IPs. And therefore, margin expansion within the esports esports space may take some time. But our core gaming IPs outside of esports are showing very healthy margin growth. And I think in the near term, that is what will be the driver for overall Nazara margins.
Also, if you could talk about, are you actually seeing any impact due to the increased competition or slowdown in the US market? One is that what I wanted to ask you, and the other is this: what's your view on Kidopedia ARPUs going ahead? What's the subscriber growth in that particular area?
Sure. So US highly competitive market, right? It's a well-discovered market. And I think we have done well in building a strong, highly profitable business in that space with Kidopia, as well as our acquisition last year of Wildworks, which owns a popular IP called Animal Jam. We've seen some very good margin expansion, and we think we will continue to do that. I think it's a great opportunity for a company like Nazara to acquire global studios and address the US market. It can be very profitable for us. We have an established playbook, and we are kind of doubling down on that strategy. So pretty excited about what the US market prospects are. Pretty excited about the Indian long-term opportunity. So I think we've got our hands in both pies, and we should continue to build out from there.
Nitish, then thank you so much for actually being very candid, talking about the business growth going ahead. What's the outlook that you're witnessing in the various segments coming in for Nazara Tech? Thank you so much for joining us on ET Now to talk more on that particular aspect. That was Nitish Mittersain, who is the joint MD and CEO at Nazara Tech. With that,